What it do? What it do? It's your girl Raya X with the Raya X Show, baby. And guess what, guys? I have the Honorable on the show today.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Honorable DJ Mellow Monkey, and this is the Raya X Show, motherfuckers.
Yes, motherfucker. And I got some shit to tell y'all today. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna start it off. I do this every motherfucking time. Y'all know me already. Motherfucking Kanye West, right? They saying he out here spreading rumors saying that Pete Davidson got AIDS. What the fuck going on here? So funny thing is they be saying that shit about a lot of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So as I was taking a look at this article, right, I was trying to figure out if he really said this shit or not. So the motherfucker was like, I ain't really say that shit. Like, why niggas is trying to plot on me? I ain't really say that shit like that. But we all know might be a possibility that motherfucker said that shit.
Might be some defamation of character.
Definitely defamating some character right there. All I know is if this is all for Kim K, goddamn Kim K, you must feel goddamn special. Goddamn. You must feel like that motherfucker because they out here trying to start some shit with each other, talk about AIDS. Like, really, did it have to go that far? Did it have to go that far? Like, did it have to? I'm just saying, like, did it?
Well,
I'm just saying.
But Kanye West, I mean, the thing about defamation of characters is defaming, defaming the next person. And it just shows you like how big of a pussy a nigga is in public. That's all it is. I mean,
I just had to point that out because, there's always something going on with Mr. West. Hey, Mr. West, can you hear me?
I think I don't know how true that I don't know how true that is because a lot of people can put a lot of things in people's mouths, write an article, write a blog, and we just run with it as the public. Right. But and unless you hear Kanye say something like that, like out of his mouth,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's up in the air.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people are spreading rumors. Like, there's not like an actual video or there's not actual proof that he actually said this,
Yeah, because I think in order, like what I said about Kanye the first time, in order to be $9 billion strong, it's a lot of petty shit that you probably don't do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, somewhere along the lines, we have to like just think about this shit. We got to look at him in the light of Elon Musk and all the other guys at some point, because a lot of the stuff they say he's doing, it's impossible to be a 9-time billionaire and fucking do this stuff. So,
right. That is true. Man. I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. Like we were saying, people could just put shit out there. You never know.
Yeah. That's fucking wild, though.
So man, just be aware. Just be aware of what the fuck you do. You know what I'm saying? Be aware of what the fuck you say and what you do.
I mean, would you ever go as far as to saying somebody had AIDS? Like if you was on a smear campaign?
No.
I mean,
no, that I honestly think that's a little too over the top, and I don't think I would go that far.
I don't think
honestly, that's a little too far, honestly.
Man, what's going on though, man? What's going on in the news though? Like it's a lot of shit like that that's going on. It's like a lot of bloggers and stuff like that are reaching. They're reaching, trying to find the next hot story. And I just think it's funny.
Right.
But are they actually divorced? Are they actually like, because I don't know if they divorced now. I know the shit with Ray J, that shit's hilarious.
I will say this. If they're divorced or not, or whatever the case may be, I mean, they were in a pretty much From what I'm understanding, they are in a polygamous relationship. From what I'm understanding. So whether they are married or not, I mean, they both had multiple partners. So
that shit must have went south then, because
I'm just saying, like,
yo, you talk about the same nigga had to break into his daughter's birthday party, man. He broke into his daughter's birthday party.
Well, there must have been something going on behind closed doors that we don't know about.
Yeah, I think
we we only know things that are said on the internet and things that are being said on podcasts and this, that, and the third. We don't know what goes on in their personal lives. We are not with them. We don't live with them. We don't go out with them. We don't like shit like that. Like, we don't know nothing of their personal life.
Okay, so what you think about this Tasha K lawsuit with Cardi B? She slandered Cardi B in 2019 while Cardi B was I think after she had a baby or whatever like that.
Okay, what do you mean by slander? What did she say exactly?
She said
that
something
was slandering.
I don't really know exactly what she said, but
okay.
Shit,
no, you good, but it depends on what was said that is slandering.
Whatever she said, Cardi B just won $1.9 million on the lawsuit. She was going through postpartum depression, and then said she got close to suicide while Tasha K was slandering her and shit.
I will say this. It doesn't matter what was said. This woman just had a child, right? Out of respect for another woman and for a mother, you wouldn't slander her while she's pregnant. You don't do that. That's just out of respect. Honestly.
I would think
because if that was your mother, you wouldn't like it if your mother was pregnant and they were slandering her. Right?
Yeah. Even if it was her, that should be fucked up. Like, so, like, but see that's the thing about the Pete Davidson and all of that stuff. We get all of these articles and stuff, but they don't understand that these are real human beings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these people gotta have family, friends, their children, gotta go to school and stuff. And then how we read these articles, they family, friends, and the children at school, they read them too.
Right.
And the people gotta go on with their life and still try to be stars.
Right.
And we expect them to be like level-headed stars and do the right thing and say the right thing at all times. That's impossible.
That's double standard.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
It is impossible. And it's the standards of people, because what you want your whatever celebrity to do, does the people that's close to you do it? I'm just spitting out questions here, you know.
Well, dude, well, I got some. How many hits on a blunt should a person, and I know this way off subject, but how many hits on a blunt should a person take before they pass that motherfucker if it's 3 people smoking?
Okay, so if there's 3 people smoking, there's 1 blunt in rotation, am I correct?
Correct.
Okay, so if there's 1 blunt in rotation, you can only hit that bitch twice. Pass that shit to me.
Twice?
Hold on. Now, if it's my blunt, you hit that bitch twice. What is the term called? Puff, puff, pass it, right? So that's twice, right? Okay. Puff, puff, pass it. I honestly believe if there's 3 or more people and there's 1 blunt in rotation, I believe it's puff, puff, pass the blunt. Now, if there's 2 people in rotation, all right, we could limit it to 3 puffs pass. 3 or 4 puffs pass. Depending if that person, you know, knows how to pass the blunt.
Okay. When there's 3 or more that are gathered, there are me. You know, that's a Bible quote. Well, shit. I mean, I think so too. I think about 4 hits off the blunt. I mean, 4, you know,
What do you define as a hit? Because other people would be like, this a hit. It depends. Everybody smokes differently. Everybody hits their blunt differently.
Yeah. I think about 4 drags. Like whenever that motherfucker turn red like this.
Yeah.
That's
agree.
one pull. That's one pull. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You get 4 of them motherfuckers in and pass that shit no matter what. Mm-hmm. And you can't talk. I believe, a person shouldn't talk until they pass.
I had to rephrase the way I answered that question. So if you're constantly talking and you don't pass the blunt, your limit is you can only hit it twice. That's your limit.
And then I think the people who do that shit don't even really smoke weed for real. I think they just smoke.
The blunt smokes them.
I think they just smoke. Yeah, they just smoking to be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that's agreeable. That is very true.
If honestly, you really like this shit, like not to disrespect the weed like that.
Right.
I just had to bring that up.
Give it to the next motherfucker who gonna smoke it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just saying.
I had to bring that shit up because, man, I've been disrespected. I've been in blunt sessions to where I'm just looking at the blunt and hearing you talk. Not, I'm talking about the motherfucker that was talking. And you sit there in amazement like, dude, I can't even hear what you're saying until you pass that blunt. Like, it don't even register. Whatever you talking about, 9 times out of 10, you're lying because you're talking entirely too much.
Not only are you talking entirely too much, you're talking so fast that I can't even comprehend what you're saying. It sounds like you're speaking in a whole different language.
Can't even keep up. But you know what? You know how you will be able to keep up? If the motherfuckers pass that blunt to you, and then you'll listen to everything they say. You be like,
of course, because you the motherfucker that got the blunt.
Like, yeah, nigga. Keep on.
Say that shit. Yeah, say that shit.
Like,
say it again.
That shit crazy, man. All right. Thank you for inviting me to your show, man. Like, this is the first time I've ever been on your show.
Honestly, it's always a pleasure, considering that I'm always on your show. So it's about time you come on mine. It's about time.
Well, yeah, I wanted to jump around and share myself with your audience and give a little insight. Sure, I like being on your show. It's fun so far, so good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And shout out to everybody who follow you in sports.
Yeah, shout out to everybody on the show. Shout out to everybody who's ever came on the show, and shout out to the new people that's on their way. So what you got?
Well, I got what's subjective anymore. You know what I'm saying? We're in the world of, facts, big facts. That's what all I hear is facts.
Big facts, state facts.
You know what I'm saying? I don't spit shit but facts. So are we not living in a world that can have opinions, or we can have like subjective things? Like, I think so. Yeah, I think everything on this planet that each individual think is subjective. Like, I might like Kool-Aid, you might not like Kool-Aid. Is Kool-Aid horrible? That's subjective.
Exactly.
It's facts that it is horrible in a sense, and then it's facts that it ain't horrible in a sense.
I guess that goes back. I guess that goes back to how everyone's a hypocrite.
We all a hypocrite. I'm a happy hypocrite though. I'm happy. I'm like happily hypocritical. I like that. But the subjective situation is like everything's subjective. Like, we always say something's good, something bad. I'm gonna stand on this, I'm gonna stand on that. Well, the next person can stand on their facts. You know what I'm saying? Because a fact ain't that. A fact is the absolute truth to the individual. If we collectively agree that this is, yeah, I mean, so I think everything's subjective. I think everything is subjective.
That's agreeable. That's agreeable because everybody has their own opinion on whatever the fuck they believe in.
Yeah, based on, and based on their education.
Right.
If you're from India, if you're from South India, then your God and religion is not like Americans' God and religion. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a totally different world. It's
same thing with their customs and all that.
Yeah.
Their culture.
So the things that we see and judge and shit is subjective.
Yep.
Am I sounding like I'm in the arena over here?
Kinda. Sound like you in the Coliseum.
Oh, for real.
Just a little bit.
I gotta put my White Iverson up here. Put my mic right over my turntable.
It looked like the moon. It looked like the moon. It looked like a full moon in this motherfucker.
Everything looked just like the moon, man. I mean, okay. Is it?
I'm about to pause it.
I'm better.
Okay, all right. All right.
You don't have to.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
So anyway, we were talking about Elon Musk earlier. And the fact that we mentioned Elon Musk is really funny to me. So they are going at Elon Musk because there was this team. He put a tracking device on his private jet. And he's suing the team. He's offered the team $5,000 to not tell nobody what's going on that damn private jet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Twitter, you talking about the Twitter tracking device.
Yes. Yes.
Why did he offer the boy $5,000, man?
Because he said he had some personal things going on the jet.
Man,
and he didn't want nobody to know, basically.
It's going to cost that boy $5,000 to undo that shit. $5,000?
Boy, I'm about to drop my drink.
Man, you worth $100 billion. And you gonna offer me $5,000? Man, I'm gonna goddamn hack your account, nigga. Who the fuck cut your hair, nigga?
Who cut your hair?
Who cut your hair?
Anyway, Mr. Elon Musk must have been having a good ass time. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think it's kind of you could say that, and then you could also look at it like it's kind of scary if you got a private jet.
I think about it as it don't matter who Elon Musk is. Like, not to disrespect him. I'm saying this hypothetically. I'm saying if Elon Musk wasn't who he was, it's still invading somebody's privacy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to look at like, man, he got a private jet for a reason.
Exactly.
And now you got a tracker on my private jet. So everywhere I go, you showing like the entire world where I'm headed at. Man, that's safe,
very dangerous.
Bro. That ain't safe.
Very dangerous.
Like, that ain't safe. Like, what if I got enemies out there? Niggas just sit down waiting on me to land and niggas stalking and trolling.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I wouldn't have sent that nigga $5,000. I would have shot his granny house up.
My question is, how was this child even able to gain access? So that brings it into, is it somebody close to Elon that's close to that child's parents? Like, what? No,
it's a tracking bot. It's not just Elon Musk. It's anybody with a private jet. He has app, like an app bot on Twitter that shows people's private jets. It's not like you could just single out Elon Musk, which you can, but you could single out anybody's.
Either way, it just goes back to the point. How did the child gain access to that?
Well, he made an app.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I guess it's different because like when I was a teen, it was strict. Motherfuckers will always check my motherfucking phone. So that's why I'm saying that. No, well, the app is sort of like you know how you have a flight itinerary? Like I can go to Hartsfield, I can pull up Hartsfield airport right now and it shows where all of the flights are going. You know what I mean? So he got an app that basically does the same thing,
just for private jets.
This shit crazy.
And that's all it's basically doing. And Elon is like basically like, hey man, take that down, man. That's not safe for like the public, you know.
He has all the right to feel that way.
$5,000 though.
That's why I was looking at it the way I was looking at it, because it's like, excuse me, baby, do you realize what he did, or probably how long it took him to do that?
Give me $1 million. Give me $1 million starting out.
Yeah. Yeah. I need some more money.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah, some money's Elon
That's not
Musk.
enough. What you mean? Man, what? 5K? Like, baby. Now you know you got stuff more than that.
You play too much, man.
Why you gripping on that money like that, boy?
Yeah, man. Basically. Why is everybody in the world doing the Yo Gotti challenge, Raya?
Okay, so basically everybody in the world is doing the Yo Gotti challenge just because
shout out to Yo Gotti.
I mean, if it's like a monkey see, monkey do effect. You know what I'm saying? Monkey see, monkey do. I'm not trying to say it like that. Like y'all niggas ain't monkeys or nothing like that, but I'm just using that as an analogy. But it's like with the, you know what? Let me rephrase that. Well, once they see one person do it, they're going, it's like a domino effect. That's better for me to explain it. They see one person do it, everybody gonna do it. Like everybody gonna do it.
So it's like the what do you have? You have the, so it's a challenge, right? That's how I look at it. It's a challenge that everybody should be, you know, everybody getting challenges. They supposed to become viral, whatever. But like, when does it become like to the unsigned artist or to the independent rapper who's grinding his ass off? Like, are they taking too much time to do this shit?
Yes.
I believe so too.
Yes, that's when it comes, all right, now that you say that, when it comes to like the indie artists and stuff like that, it's like, do you have the music, the catalog and everything to back it up? You know what I'm saying? You're out here trying to do a challenge and you think you're about to be viral by doing this one challenge. It doesn't work that way. You
think they're trying to get signed?
Yeah, I do believe a lot of them are actually doing this challenge because they're trying to get signed, but that's not how it works. That's not how it works, baby. That's not how
they trying to get them a record contract, which I can't knock them, but man, stop.
Boy, stop. Stop.
Man, stop it. Man, the Yo Gotti challenge, man. Yo, I shout out to Yo Gotti because that's a good, that just put his name back into the game, right? It just made all of that stuff. And I don't know the prizes. I'm typing it in right now. Prizes to Yo Gotti challenge. And I'm trying to see right now, like what's the it says hop on Yo Gotti's Change a Rapper's Life Challenge to be in CMT 10 album. So you get a feature on his album. So what do you think about features from big names? I'm asking you a question. It was like, and I'm on your show.
I don't think, no, that's okay. I mean, I don't think there's, I don't really think there's anything wrong with it in a sense, but I do feel like, I don't think you should be itching like that. If you get what I'm saying. Yeah, you get my drift. Like, I don't think you really should be begging or itching like that.
I don't think fame and fortune comes that way.
It's like, I don't want to say all this. Goddamn, why I had to be asked this. Are you an artist or are you a fan? Yeah. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Are you an artist or are you a fan?
True that. You're a consumer or you're a producer. The question I ask all the time. You know, it's just, I've seen so many people, they they've missed out on so many things, opportunities and all kinds of shit when they could have just been like, just think of all these verses, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody did a verse for the Yo Gotti challenge.
Yeah.
There's gonna be one winner. So you got 100,000 dudes who did a verse for the Yo Gotti song.
Right. Next thing you know, a chick probably won that shit.
And then somebody that he knows is gonna win.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then what they gonna do with these verses? You know what I mean? So like, yeah, and I don't think I've never really seen to where. Well, hold up. Let me rephrase that. I have seen to where like a big name, because Drake do it all the time. He do a feature with somebody and their shit go up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's up to them to sustain it with the rest of their music, you know what I'm saying? To be able to stay up, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's very good for the artist in the long run to just get on by that big name. Like if you get a big name feature, that's great. But what if you did it on your own? You know what I'm saying? What if you did it on your own? So
they don't want to put the work in.
I'm serious. That's what it is, man. What's up, man? Like let's turn it up, man. What else? What you got for me today? I'm a guest on your show.
Well, Jake Paul, yes, Jake motherfucking Paul, bitches. So he out here doing the most, as always. He released a diss track. Everybody knows about the diss track. Dana White. He dissed the living crap out of Dana White. And one line I would like to say from this song. He said something about gas hitting higher. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna fucking get it. I'm gonna fucking get it because I have to say this line. I have to say it word for word. It has gotten out of hand, people. Everybody making diss songs about everybody. Why are we making diss songs, guys?
I want to hear it, man. Like, I wonder why he's keep fucking with Dana White. To think about it, it's like Dana White had let it go. He can come on the radio at any time. We're gonna listen to it. No Vaseline can come on at any time. We can listen to it. Drake song can come on back to that back to back. It come on. But the thing about him is like it's for that moment. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it's a timestamp, and I think it's very necessary to have diss songs. I like diss songs, but I don't like battle rap. Like,
it makes sense, but it don't make sense. But I feel you. I feel you though. I can't
ride and listen to battle rap, but I can ride and appreciate a diss song.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but if I was riding around listening to battle rap, that would be kind of whack. It's like,
yeah, we not gonna do that.
Bars, spitting in each other's face, musty niggas, a room full of niggas.
I definitely don't want to be around no musty nigga though.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like a room full of dudes just standing there me mugging each other. I'm good.
I mean, that's understandable for a heterosexual man. You don't want to be around a whole bunch of dudes just staring at you and fucking sweating and shit.
Yeah, man, no.
That's a little OD. Yeah. Nah. Not fucking with that.
Shoot.
So since you said all that, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think the music era is right now? What do you think about it right now? How do you feel about it?
Well, I think music has evolved right before our eyes, and what we're going through right now is a transitional time. Mm-hmm. In the future, you won't see like how we used to get gold and platinum records and stuff like that. See, you can't get that now because we're in the streaming era. Right. 100,000 streams, it's like maybe $5. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, we're into an age to where full entertainment. You can't just do music. Music is a part. it's like the band of entertainment. Okay, it has got bigger. And what I mean by that, you could just picture a band. You got the drummer, you got the vocalist, you got the snare drummer.
I understand what you're saying.
Guitar player. So now in entertainment, you got a visual, and then you got the music itself.
Right.
And then you got, you know what I'm saying, the actor or whatever, and then you got the other pictures. You got more entertainment. Like, you can't just be one-dimensional, because the one-dimensional, like the music has shrunk a lot, like tremendously, to where it's just one part of the thing that we need. Nobody's really paying attention to it. We just need music for our theme songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, through life. Like the background music of a movie. Okay. That's how all music is becoming now. Like, nobody really goes to nobody's album to hear it. Your song got to be either spun by a DJ, like it's supposed to be, or played in a movie, or played on a podcast, for people to fuck with it. Right. Like, nobody's really just going to just listen to music.
Yeah, people are not. Yeah, now I would say, I don't mean to cut you off, but but I would say, like, people are not really going and listening to albums anymore. People are, when they do go to a selective artist, they go for their top songs. You know, they don't go and play the whole album straight.
No,
they don't do that now.
Yeah, and now, like, the song got to be in a video game. It got to be, you know what I'm saying? It got to be somewhere, like in a commercial or something. Like, it got to be somewhere in order for people to consume it, because like, nobody's really going to, because everybody's making music. I'm gonna just be honest. Like, everybody at some point is making music, or too inspired by music to.
It's basically like starting to become a point where it's more artists than there are listeners. Yeah, it's becoming to that point. So it's like 9 times out of 10, somebody might not be listening to your shit, you know?
Yeah, like, yeah, it's about placements now for the artists, not record deals. Unless that record deal bring you a lot of placements, which it's all politics, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, music isn't the same as it used to be. And I think in we're in 2022, on in the future, and the rest of this decade, we'll see the evolution of music, and how you, as a musician, as an artist, you have to get more in tune with more aspects of the game. You can't be one-dimensional. You have to be able to do multiple things. Otherwise, it really don't need you.
Okay, not so where do you see music going in the next 5 years?
I mean, like I say, it'll be the same as now. It's just as a creator, you'll have to be a producer and a like rapper and a beat maker. That's what you got to be. Yeah. Now, when it comes to engineering and other stuff, those are other titles that you might not have to be. But as far as making music, you're gonna have to probably make the beat and rap in order to see a little money.
Right.
Otherwise, it'd just be a look at me show, and you'll
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do see it like that. But yeah. So Janet Jackson is she's a sophisticated individual, and she doesn't really like to tell her life like that. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't really like to let people know about how she grew up in this, that, and the third. Well, things have changed. Miss Janet Jackson is releasing a documentary. It is going to be on A&E. Y'all can check it out. It is on, they're going to be playing it Friday and Saturday. It's 2 parts. So she actually gets further in depth as to like how she grew up and how her career started, you know. But yeah, shout out to them. Yes, Miss Janet Jackson.
Oh, Man, that motherfucker she been famous since she was born, man.
Of course. But I'm basically saying this because everybody's releasing documentaries now.
Man, yeah.
Everybody's
telling the story. They telling how it all happened.
Yeah. Everybody just gonna tell their story, how they got from here to here.
From the beginning. That's the thing about in
the beginning, face ass.
Yeah, and that's the thing about golly, man. Oh, that's the thing about these interviews. And I know you know this because you interview artists, you know, but it's like going to when you get in the interview and you start thinking, in the beginning, where did you start out? And then, you know, it's like, yo, man, you know, I wouldn't even think about music at first. You know what I'm saying? I would just,
always, now
you know what I'm saying? I was chilling, man.
Rapper dudes in interviews be like,
everybody, my cousin, he went to prison. You know what I'm saying? He went to prison. Then my other cousin, he went to prison. So I just left with the music equipment. So I started fooling with the music.
That goes to where is the creativity in the music? Where is creativity in general?
Creativity. Okay. I say this. I don't know what the fuck happened to rock and roll. I have no idea. Like, I haven't heard any rock and roll in a minute.
No.
I haven't really.
You know, since you said rock and roll, you know who's claiming that they are a rock and roll artist?
Who?
MGK.
He is a rock and roll artist. He's a damn good one too. I fuck with MGK rock and roll shit.
You fuck with it?
I really do. And you know what?
I will say this.
He's the only guy.
It changed like It changed like the outlook on like artists being versatile instead of continuously doing the rapping in the same cadence, rapping in the same tempo, or rapping on the same type beats.
That's what I was about to say. Like when it comes to like creativity and right now, it's like we all say the same thing. Like since 2012 to right now, it's a few rap songs that every artist choose or think that they should have on their record, on their album, to be a little commercial, to give them a commercial appeal. And they rap in that same cadence, same pattern, and it's been the same song. So like when people actually put that shit on their album and I hear that, it just goes into the category of like the same song for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So like in 2022, we're over it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of those artists are like wondering, damn, why ain't I getting no support? It's because like that shit ain't really hitting, man. And if you keep investing your time and money into that shit, you're just gonna keep losing money at this point because like you fail to evolve. Just like in any other in the 90s, we had a style that lasted all through the 90s. We had a style that lasted till about 2001, 2002. And then that style changed. You know, you got your Eminems, you got your Crunk, and you had all kinds of different shit that was popping, and that 90s rap wasn't working no more.
Right.
So in 2022, the rap that was happening in the teens from 2010 to now, it's not working anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Not.
Like and everybody's repetitive.
And then those artists are put into the artist category, what type of artists they are. Yeah.
And a lot of them get offended and shit like that, but it's like that shit ain't no
I mean, if you know that you're rapping like this type artist, why don't you try to find something different? Like the thought doesn't ever cross your mind where you're just like, hey, you know, maybe I should be different.
Yeah, beats me. Because a lot of these artists do have a different style of rap on their album.
Yeah.
But then, you know, they say
then they have their select few songs where they're all the same.
Yeah, and then the rest of them is all the same because they're trying to do something commercial.
That goes back to how people are not really listening to albums.
Yeah. So a couple of them joints, and then somebody gonna just skip through that shit.
Everybody's skimming through shit. You know what I'm saying? They have this thing called playlists. You know, like they have different songs of different artists. You know what I'm saying? They're not listening to full albums.
Yeah. I mean, and you can't, because I mean, you can't knock them. I mean, if you turn on the song, and it's basically the same exact song as the main commercial song that sounds like that. I mean,
come on now.
You don't want to hear that shit.
No, you don't. You don't. You know. What you got for me? What you got for me?
All right. You know what's weird in this world?
What's weird?
I have a list of street drugs. Street drugs that are legal for doctors. And I don't think a lot of people know this, but street drugs, they're legal for doctors, but they're illegal for your ass. They will sit you in prison. But the doctor, if you was a doctor, you could just order this shit up and prescribe it to your fucking patient. Yeah. So it was check it. All you have to do is throw the name medical behind the shit. You know, cocaine is legal for doctors. Cocaine. Anything with lidocaine in it, the word cane, 9 times out of 10 is cocaine. A lot of that shit like Oragel and stuff like that, it's like 4% cocaine in it. Or it's cocaine based. Ritalin, that's meth. Adderall is 1 molecule away from crystal meth. That's another one. Opium, they can prescribe you all kinds of opioids and things with opium in it. And heroin, actually, I mean, straight up ass heroin can be prescribed to you. So, so like, so I think everybody need to stop trying to be a rapper and need to be a doctor if they want to get your trap on. You really want to get your trap on, become a doctor, motherfuckers. Yep.
Go to school to be a doctor, start trapping, you know what I mean?
Oh shit. You know what else? I had something for you too. I knew like the people on your show probably would like this shit. Okay. But I had vegan, like everybody's on this vegan movement and stuff like that. And the vegan foods are indeed could be bad for you. Like a lot of these vegan, not could be, most vegan foods are bad for you. Right. And I got 7, I think. Yeah, 7 top vegan foods that'll take your ass out of there.
Oh shit, tell me.
And they've been killing people every year in big numbers. So
y'all niggas trying to be healthy.
Yeah. Okay. Number 1, worst vegan food to ever eat because it's killing folks every year is fake meats. Like no chicken nuggets. Yes, no chicken nuggets are number 1 on the list. 400 milligrams of sodium per serving. Nah. Yeah. That's killing people. The number 1 killer in vegan foods is the meatless chicken. Chickenless chicken.
That don't even sound right. Okay.
Yeah. Number 2 is tofu deli meat. Like, you know, like the tofu, they come in a block and you cut them up and or you go to a restaurant and you just get it and they give you a little box.
Motherfuckers eating that tofu.
Yeah, man. Tofu is murdering people. Been doing it since the 80s. Yep, that's number 2 on the list.
Ooh.
Yes, number 3 on the list is your vegan desserts.
So y'all here eating that vegan ice cream.
Yeah, like your Haagen-Dazs non-dairy, to be specific.
I remember I was eating that for a little bit.
Yeah, the Haagen-Dazs non-dairy is very, very bad for you. All vegan desserts that you will come across, they say in this article, it will take you out of there. you might as well eat the real shit because
yeah, you might as well go ahead and get your Ben and Jerry's, baby.
Right. It is better to eat. It's like for health wise, it's better to eat the real shit. Number, I'm down to number 4, I believe. Yeah. No, I'm up to number 4. Coconut yogurt. That's another one. Okay, and I ain't got to say much about coconut yogurt. It's self-explanatory. You eat some coconut yogurt, it's fucking bad for you, and it take your ass out. Over 400 milligrams. These are all, everything I'm gonna name is over 400 milligrams of sodium, which is goddamn like just go eat you some salt.
Yeah, deadly.
All right, any frozen meal that you can get, especially microwave or just a frozen meal that you're gonna put in a frying pan or whatever skillet. Shit's bad. All of it. The preservatives, just to preserve it to be cold, is got all of
that's
that
almost it.
Shit
That's
in it.
Yeah.
That's
mm-hmm.
So that's fucking horrible for you. Number 5 is veggie chips.
Man, you know how many motherfuckers really eating the veggie chips though?
Yeah. I see everybody on the.
I was eating them at one point. No shit. Man,
we smashed them veggie chips.
Man, them motherfuckers had ranch on them shits.
I was fucking them veggie chips up, man. But yeah, veggie chips are so bad for you. They're so bad. They're so bad. Another one is, I don't know how to really pronounce this. It's called Seitan. But anyway, it's made from wheat gluten. It isn't inherently bad for you. If the label Seitan says buying contains a lot of sugar and a high amount of salt, chances are that most of the ingredients incorporated into it, you won't need it into your diet, but it may be good for you. So it's a 50-50 on that shit. And I don't know what the fucking name of this shit is, but those are my top 7 worst things you can eat if you was vegan, and that are killing people right now. So I just had to get that shit to you.
Well, if you one of the lovely people starting the vegan trend, make sure you're not eating it.
Man, if you're on a vegan diet or any diet, man, I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna happen. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, son. You're gonna die. And then another thing, I was on a vegan kick. I was vegan. I was all with it. And the reason why I stopped is because I've never seen a vegan outlive a meat eater. Just never seen it. It's way more people. I know people who've been eating good old Southern pork, grits, and all this shit, and they living to their hundreds and 100
right.
and 100. I probably seen one vegan living in his 90s.
That is very true.
Or maybe 2. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very low. The number is low.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I think the oldest was 90 that they lived up to.
I'm just saying, like, I don't really know the stats on it, but I know it. Most people that I've seen that live like in their 90s into 100, they was not vegan.
Yeah,
I know that much.
I say crazy. Well, if y'all into that vegan trend, y'all better stop.
Yeah, man, they better stop.
So yeah, they going at Joe Rogan. And they going at Joe Rogan because apparently he's allegedly, because since we got to say this fucking word and whatnot, allegedly he's giving out misinformation about COVID.
What?
So they're trying to kick him off of Spotify. And on Twitter, it was trending, delete Spotify.
Yeah, man, these folks are fucking ridiculous. You know, like,
and not to mention, so he had a podcast with Jordan Peterson, right? Yeah. And they said that podcast was absurd. It was absurd and dangerous.
What?
Yes.
Well,
the reason why they came at him is because Joe Rogan specifically said the modeling scientists use to project climate change?
Hey man, look. You say the wrong thing, they're gonna build up a story around you. Like Kwame Brown said, I know you motherfuckers is easy to beat. So somebody like Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle, they ain't worried about that shit. It's a guy, I forgot what his name is, but he said he was gonna take his show off because Spotify is not big enough for him and Joe Rogan the other day. And then this right here. So it's like,
come on, Brian. Like, come on.
Ever since he had Aaron Rodgers on the show, and he told people that the donut shop is some bullshit. You could take ivermectin. You know, they've been at his ass.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's just been wild shit. Joe Rogan's not, man, come on, man. Joe Rogan's probably, I mean, his show is.
It goes back to where freedom of speech. Do we really have freedom of speech?
Well, freedom of speech is kind of a motherfucker. Because, you know, like, okay, we have freedom of speech. And then you have a platform, which is a different, just say it's a different type of law for the platform. It's like I could say anything in public standing outside of my house in the street right here. But the same shit I can say standing outside of my house in the street, I can't say it on Facebook.
That's where it goes to where everybody needs to have their own platform to be able to say what they want to say. Right.
Yeah. And then what if your platform Spotify? And then Spotify start having rules within that. And they don't have to go by freedom of speech. They censoring their content.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So freedom of speech is sort of again, subjective.
Right.
You know, because like I can say freedom of speech, but can't nobody get on my show and just start fucking saying crazy shit.
Right, of course not.
I don't approve. You know what I mean? Like, I don't approve of them. Like, nah, like, we're going to cut that out. So even me to a certain extent is like against freedom of speech. You know what I mean? Like, it's free to say certain things. I just say that. So now it ain't really a such thing of freedom of speech. It's a good idea. I say that. It's a good idea, but it's not true. It's subjective.
Yeah. Yeah. It goes right back to that.
Everything's subjective, man. Everything.
Oh, what you got for me, Honorable?
Oh, shit. I don't know, man. Like, I was really jumping on this show, man, to see what the dealio was. I like to promote our showcases and shows that's coming up. Shout out to every artist who's affiliated with us, ever been on our shows or anything like that. But outside of that, man, like I was coming to chill and get the vibe, man. I seen you had EI Shoot on the show.
Yes, I sure did.
Yo, man, that was a dope ass interview. I've been checking it out.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then again, I'd like to congratulate you on your show and like what you're doing and your progress and what you got going on.
Thank you. That means a lot. I appreciate that. Yeah. I do have some questions for you, Honorable.
You got some questions for me?
I do have some questions for you.
Let's get with it.
One of the questions I have for you is
pour up some of the bubbly.
Bubbly stubbly.
Yeah.
Okay, so one question is, what do you think about self-driving cars?
Yeah. Self-driving cars are the best. It's the best invention I think that's came out so far in the past maybe 20 years, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Like actually since like the 50s, I guess. I don't know. It's the best invention, the most useful invention.
I think there's no. Go ahead. Now I'm gonna let you finish, and then I'll say what I gotta say.
Because I think when it comes to transportation, I think if you was to run a very good city.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a mayor or a governor or something like that to run a good city, I would want less accidents, less, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So the way you do that is to like have transportation there. And like when these cars drive for people, then they're all like the accidents. Yeah, you'll still have accidents, but they'll be more calculated. You know what I mean? They won't be so random. It won't be any drunk driving accidents. You know what I mean? It'll be probably a malfunction or something. Okay, cool. We got a couple of those. That's okay. But we just eliminated 100,000 drunk drivers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, honestly, I really think there's pros and cons to it. Just like there's pros and cons to a lot of things. So, like, it could be to where there's a possibility where somebody might hack the system. You know what I'm saying? Not even just, because motherfuckers is hacking shit. You know what I'm saying? And not even just that.
It's gonna drive you to fucking just drive you somewhere.
You never
drive
know.
you to your ex house.
Not
like
even
I'm going
that.
to my ex house no
that.
matter what.
Not even that. You know what I'm saying? It could be to where somebody does, spill something, blows a circuit, or just fuck something up in the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Then what if it goes haywire and I don't know. There's pros and cons to it for me. You know what I'm saying? It's really dope when it comes to like, I'm just trying to get around and, in this, that, and the third. But I feel like there's pros and cons to that.
I mean, it's subjective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. So like, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, there's pros and cons to it for me. But
do you believe in ghosts?
Do I believe in ghosts?
Yeah, that's my question. You asked me anything else? Yeah. Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't necessarily believe in ghosts. I can say I can honestly believe that there's entities. I mean, there's entities, but I don't think there's ghosts. Like you talking about like some Ghostbuster shit, like some paranormal shit.
Motherfucking like, boo, nigga. Like you sleep and you wake up and it's a nigga over your face.
No, I do not believe in ghosts. No.
What?
That's no.
Shit.
I don't think that's the proper term for it.
Boogeyman.
I do not believe in no goddamn boogeyman.
You believe in aliens?
Aliens? I don't believe that there are aliens, but I do believe in like there's higher beings.
Do you believe the aliens speak English?
No, they do not speak English. I don't believe that they speak English, but I do believe that they speak in their own language. I don't think they speak English. I don't think they even talk at all. Honestly, I don't think they even use speech.
Think they just vibe like through.
I think it's telepathy. I think it's telepathy. Yeah. I think that's how they communicate.
That's a wild shit, man. Like I was 14 and I seen a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
It was me and a couple of my friends. It was 4 of my friends, and we went into this house to this old lady. She used to keep me when I was little though.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's been years since she was there, and the house was there. And we went right into that house, and we all 4 first. We were standing in the hallway, and we all seen that lady laying in the bed.
Oh my god!
In the bed. And we looked at each other and agreed to that's what the fuck we was looking at. We agreed to each other. Hey, you see that? You see that? Yes, I see that. I saw. And then after that, we turned around and ran as fast as we could.
Oh hell nah! Like you know what? Not even ghosts. I would say spirits, not ghosts.
So I think so. Have you? So it's like the ghosts or spirits. I've heard this. I don't know where I heard it from, but like, just think the ghosts or the spirits or whatever, they left themselves on like the material.
Yes.
Like they left a memory on the material. Like just say that ghost that I seen, that memory was left on that bed. if that makes sense. Or like
yeah, that does make sense.
Left on the stone, and I forgot what the term of that shit is called. Damn, I forgot what the term of it is called, but it's like almost like the timestamp. You know what I mean? Like it's like if I rub this mixer or whatever like that, and then like somebody inherit the mixer. But my memory is stuck on this, it's on this mixer. So like somebody might see it and say, oh, that's a ghost. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. I don't know, but like, or it might be on some fabric or some clothes or a rocking chair or some shit. But they just left a memory there. It's not actually them, but the memory is still there in like a physical form in a different dimension or some shit. But that's what I think about it. I don't know.
That just opens people's minds to a whole bunch of questions.
I mean, that's
you know what I'm saying?
I said, do you believe in ghosts? I mean, like, or aliens? Like, when we say aliens, like, it's like other entities, like, they just said the octopus. You read that? Like, if you Google search it, it'll be a octopus. They say octopuses are from a different dimension now. Now scientists are saying the octopus are aliens right now from a different goddamn planet or some shit. And they come here, and that's where they come at, through the water. That's what they saying right now today.
Right.
Scientists. I don't know what scientists, but some scientists
are saying that.
Yeah. So I think all aliens are just, you know, just like how we say the Anunnaki. And Anunnaki don't mean just like a race, a certain race. It's just random rogue ass aliens. That's basically what Anunnaki mean. Just aliens. You know what I'm saying? But we'll like pin them as like one group of people. It's like, no, it's all kinds of shit.
Exactly. It could be several groups of things.
Yeah. So like I just think it's a lot of shit. Like, have you heard about
what?
Anunnaki behind Antarctica's walls? Like they say there's an ice sheet around Antarctica. And behind that is a whole nother world.
Yeah, they say that. Yep. That's why they say that people can't go to Antarctica. They can go, but it's a certain limit to where they can, it's limited.
So I'm just waiting to see where this world is going, man. I mean, this is a new decade. This is pretty cool shit going on. And shit like that need to be like we need to just bust up in the motherfucker and be like, yo, what's behind this goddamn wall? Like, what the fuck?
Like, what's going on over here?
Yeah, like, what over here?
Why we hiding shit? What's so special about the goddamn wall?
Yeah. What y'all got back here?
So I have another question for you.
What's that?
So if you had to say, right, who your biggest inspirations were when you were growing up, who would they be and why?
My biggest inspirations would be my mom. I would have to say that. I mean, and it's very typical for people to say their mom or their dad or something like that. But I just have to say my mom because, I mean, in all actuality, that was like the first friend that I ever had. You know what I mean? Like when I was, and that's why I say it. The reason why I say it is because like when I was born, it was just me and her for like the first 4 years of life. I didn't have any friends. It was just me and her. Like, you know, like she give me paper and write it. She taught me how to make tea, and I thought it was coffee, and you know, shit like that. You know, and we spent a lot of time together. So like that's why I say she would be the biggest inspiration because I didn't I didn't even know what to think. I didn't know how to think. I didn't know what direction to go in, you know, and nobody does when they're first born. And those first people that they're around are very important. So like people out there with kids and stuff like that, they need to know like who you have your kids around between the ages of 0 and 5. is very important, because those people will rub off on your child's momentum on going forward in life. So like my mom was smart enough to protect me from a lot of people. So I didn't really see a lot of people. The older I got, that's the more people I started seeing and noticing. And, you know, but in my younger years, it was just me and her. And she put a lot of stuff into me before I was even in school. So if it wasn't for me getting like, she would give me a piece of paper in the morning, shit like that. She'd just give me a piece of paper and it would be a fresh start. You know what I mean? And she'd say something like that. And when I look at that piece of paper, it was just opportunity. I could become, write, draw anything. So it took me a long time, and I'd sit there with the pen or the crayon or whatever, and I think, and that made me think about what I wanted to put on this paper. And that was going to be the most important thing for it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made my imagination run. I started learning when she gave me a piece of paper and told me I could be anything. It just changed every fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what gave me the wanting to be as much as I can be. And that still happens. It's like still affects me every day. Like today and tomorrow, when I wake up happy, dancing, always looking forward to a new plan, a new way. And because one thing about me, I don't not see a way. Like it's always a way that I see. I always see a path. I always see where I can go forward. It's no way like I can be like, it's over, it's done. Never been one of them type motherfuckers because of that blank piece of paper that she gave me. So that is my motivation. And she's the reason why I even have, that's why we sitting here talking right now. You know, if you take her out of the equation, nobody else, I don't think would have motivated me to want to do shit.
That's some inspirational words right there.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Right. Because the reason why I asked this is because most people would say another artist, or would say just people that they never grew up around.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah, and that's crazy to me because I don't see how that could be truthful. You know what I'm saying? And I get that on my show too. A lot of people tell me like, you know, they seen, you know, Michael Jordan, or they seen fucking Larry Bird or some shit. I like, dude, somebody sat you in front of the TV. You know, that's different people's experience too. But you know, somebody could have just sat them in front of the TV and TV raised them. Like TV sort of helped raise us too, you know, but not that much. Not like the people, if I'm gonna tell the truth, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna tell the uncut, filthy, funky ass truth, I'm going to tell you what really happened, and what really happened is the people that I was around. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, when you get in high school, you don't know what cool is until you judge yourself around your friends. You know, the way you feel, you know, like you start knowing what cool is, and you start judging yourself around your friends and the people that around you. I would judge myself against who was Missy Elliott, Timbaland, and Britney Spears. I wasn't judging myself with them. I wasn't around them. They was on the radio. Right. But they wasn't that much of an influence. The people that I seen every day, I called every day, you know, Big Josh and all of them. My brother Mark, you know, those were the people that I would call, and I gauge my coolness off of them. So those people have more impact, and I would actually say it, than the people that were stars or who was on the radio or celebrities, because I was always taught that people are people. Right. And shit, you know, my dad was my hero. He wasn't the inspiration like my mom was, because he wasn't there as much as she was. Right. You know, she kept me going. Right. Yeah. Okay, so this woman, this woman in Dekalb, she thought it was okay be out here taking people's COVID relief funds. Fuck yeah, man. So she pleaded guilty. And now this motherfucker is in a sticky situation. What?
I think she needs somebody to bail her out. But she out here stealing other people's identities to get them racks from the goddamn relief fund.
The COVID relief fund, man, you got to hit for the man. Look, since the pandemic, it's been more fraud going on than anybody ever seen in history. But it's so much money.
It goes back to that. It go back to that dude that made that song, that PPP loan.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yo, you know, I'm gonna steal $1 million to rap about it. Yeah, he in jail. Yeah, he in jail. That's where you know, and that's what I'm saying. Just like this lady, you know, if that's what you choose to do after everybody been busted already, like, wasn't it a point to where she's just like, yo, let me just stop this shit right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get away.
There was no point in time where she was like, hey, yo, I think I'm going a little too far with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, she done got addicted. It was her addiction. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It turned into gambling. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
I wonder about people who rob banks. Okay. I seen these motherfuckers who robbed 7 banks on this documentary or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about how they got away with it, leading all the way to how they got busted. Mm-hmm. I'm like, y'all robbed 7 banks. Like, listen, after you robbed 3, okay.
Like, you ain't had no limit, bro.
Yeah, because you robbed 1, you got away with it.
It became an addiction.
You robbed 2, okay, cool. You got fucking nuts. You got away with it. Then you robbed 3, you got nuts. You getting away with it. Dude, let's stop.
You went too far trying to show how much nuts you have. Goddamn.
Yeah, let's stop. Now you think it's sweet like that.
They was sitting on their nuts.
At some point in time, don't you think that they're getting more videos? Every time you rob a bank, they get more videos to see how they can bust you?
Hell yeah.
You done made it all the way to round 7, and now they taking your dumb ass to jail. You done got away with robbing all these, man, come on, bro. After about 2, yeah, like if I rob a bank and I got away with it.
Man, after about 1.
No. You know what the story I'm gonna be able to tell my kids and my grandkids? Hey, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to rob no more. I robbed the bank and got away with it. Boom. Out of there, buddy. I don't care.
Nigga, we know you got cojones, man.
Yeah.
God damn. But the fuckery really don't stop there, my guys. So in Michigan, there's a group of children, right, who are identifying as cats. Yes, hold on, wait. They're identifying themselves as cats. So they went to school with these goddamn, y'all finna see a picture. They went to school dressed like this. And they said, we need a litter box in the bathroom. Now,
that shit crazy. The motherfucker.
They're calling themselves furries.
Furries?
Yes. If you identify as a furry.
I might start.
But wait, the fuckery don't stop there though. So the chairman for Michigan, right? He said he thought it was cool. I'll tell you what. He said kids who identify as furries get a litter box in the bathroom. Parent heroes will take back our schools. So he with the shits. He said, you know what? Since these kids want to identify as cats, fuck it. We finna have litter boxes in the motherfucking bathroom.
I would do that too, man. Shout out to that dude, whoever the fuck he is, man. Like I would do it too, because like the only way you're gonna beat high school kids is to become high school kids.
It's
because you was once a high school kid.
I just have one question. Just one. Like, what made you come up with trying to identify as a cat specifically?
Man, niggas. Kids is niggas.
Yo,
that's why.
That is the funniest shit, dude.
Like when we say niggas,
we just randomly identifying ourselves as kids. Things now.
Yeah, man. I'm talking about them kids. Kids come out, they act like niggas, man. They all over the place. They doing shit. And man, whoever came up with that is funny than a motherfucker. But since we identifying as all kinds of anything we want to identify as, hell, we have to exercise that right. So
right.
that's what they displaying and they want.
That's funny as fuck.
In the long run, that shit gonna be some bullshit, but yeah, I like what they doing.
And then they try to like ask questions to like the parents about this shit. And the parents were like, I'm trying to protect my kids.
I'm gonna beat my kid ass. That's what that's all about. Don't come to me talking about you no motherfucking cat. Well, you better go your ass in that motherfucking do that goddamn work.
I just want to know how they managed to slip past their parents with these fucking masks on.
Man, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass, man. I bet all these kids were pretty much, man, I ain't even say it.
I have a feeling I know what you was gonna say, but
yeah, man. What color they was? yeah. Yeah, I bet they it wasn't at an all-black school. I bet you that. Hell no, it wasn't. And nigga, you get your ass beat the fuck down.
Hell no. So Snoop Dogg, yes, my man Snoop Dogg. So he had a conversation on Clubhouse recently, and they were talking about cancel culture, right? They were talking about cancel culture, and Snoop Dogg said, "Ain't nobody finna cancel my motherfucking ass." He was not playing with that ass. He let everybody in that motherfucker know, bitch, you ain't finna cancel me.
No, man. That cancel culture shit. Cancel culture only work against people who really, really got the time to pay attention to it. To be honest, like I said, the best promotion is somebody saying your name. You know what I'm saying? Like the best promotion is somebody actually saying your name. And it's gonna help you, even if when they saying your name, it just helps you. You know how to play it. And you gotta have a good team around you. And Snoop Dogg got one of the best teams around him. Like
literally.
When you have the people behind you, it don't matter what the machine do.
Right.
People believe, they like to believe what they like to believe.
Right.
And people always gonna win it.
Real shit. That's real shit.
Yeah.
So it has dawned to me. I would say I was watching this video, and as I was watching this video, they were pointing out how people are being a little too descriptive of like certain things. Like, I don't really want to put this on the spot like that, but I'm gonna put it on the spot like that. So Charlamagne and DJ Envy were they were on the Breakfast Club.
True that.
And they were talking about the fact that DJ Envy had went with his wife to go get a massage, right? And he got a massage by a man, right? So as they were, he got a massage by a man. So he premeditated and said, I hope I do not get an erection from getting a massage from this man.
You hope you'll get an erection. Why your dick gonna get hard by another boy? Are you gay? It ain't nothing wrong with being gay.
Ain't nothing wrong with being gay. It's just they were talking about how they were speaking on this, knowing that there's kids who listen to the Breakfast Club and this, that, and the third. They were being a little too descriptive, honestly. And Charlamagne thought I would put him on the spot. I'll put him on the spot by mentioning exactly word for word what he said. So Charlamagne brought that to everyone's attention, saying that he premeditated him saying that he didn't want to get an erection.
Yo, that's some fucked up shit, yo.
Yo, what do you think about that? Like, do you think that's OD to be saying that on like for many people to hear?
I think
Or
that's
for
too
being
much
for being a heterosexual male such as yourself, right? What do you think about that?
And I think that's bad for like children who have to just like wake up in the morning and hear that shit. I think it's bad for like the next generation of personalities that want to get on and have something to say. If they look up to those guys and say the same shit and try to and think that's like the thing to do, it's not the thing to do. It's like let's sort of not go there. Because then it spin off into other conversations, like that spin off other conversations. That's just, it leads us to a toxic place, man. I think that's kind of, I don't know, man. It's subjective.
It really is subjective.
Subjective. I have to throw that out there because, you shouldn't do that shit. Period. Like, to my morals, the way they set up, heterosexual, and to all the people that are gay or whatever like that. I mean, we don't have to.
I feel like sex life should be private. But like we said, it's subjective.
I think when you say shit like that, it's just good for me to assume that you're gay.
Yeah.
That's just it. It's all good. And don't be offended when I say I think you gay or I think you like a dick in the booty, because that's what I think you do. You can't get offended because that's the energy you put out there. You said that you almost got hard by another man touching you. So, man, I wouldn't say that shit. I mean, that's impossible.
I really don't think none of that type stuff should be said.
Yeah, not on the radio where kids can listen to.
No. Not to where when you know that there's children actually waking up in the morning listening to your show every day. I think that's a little too over the top, and I think that type shit just should be left off the shit.
A little too much, man.
Way too
much, man.
No, way too fucking much. So Kid Rock, right? Kid Rock says that he won't show up at any of his tour stops within a vaccine mandate.
Yo, man, look, man. People ain't, look, man. I told you everything's subjective. So, like, he ain't fucking with it, man. He ain't fucking with the donut shop.
No, he ain't fucking with the donut shop. He finna do what the fuck he want to do, and he not about to let nobody tell him otherwise.
Yeah, man. Look, we got a new. Have you ever noticed since the donut shop talk came up? We don't really talk about. We went from extreme black versus white, typical American racism.
Yeah.
To now donut shop and not donut shop racism. Man, yeah,
that's really what it's come to at this point.
That's what it's come to. That's exactly what it is. It's like we don't even hear about it no more. Like, you know, you got every now and then a cop shot a black dude. You know, that shit's starting to die off though. That's starting to die off. Cop shot a black dude, a white man shot a, you know.
Yeah, like I was just saying earlier, there was a so there was this cop in Nashville. He shot somebody, right? He shot somebody. They already got hit. They were already down and everything. And then he decided to shoot him 2 more times. And then so guess who guess who
Pop that motherfucker 2 more times.
So guess who he don't work for no more?
Who?
The police department.
Man, look, Nashville.
Yes, Nashville.
Man, look, Nashville, they got a corrupt ass goddamn. Look, I ain't got nothing. Man, shit. Hell yeah, he don't work for him no more.
So they decided to.
Just him? Yeah.
So on their little news broadcast, as they were broadcasting it, it was a black news anchor who told this story.
Yeah, man, why not? They call that shit race baiting. They call it race baiting. Well, I get my race baiting pole.
I'm baiting.
I get my fishing. Yeah, I'm baiting. I'm sitting there. I got my fishing pole, and all of the people out there. And then I throw me some race bait on it, and I'm gonna get me some people mad, and that's race baiting. Get a black reporter, let him talk about how fucking bad it was. It got to be a black reporter.
I just thought that shit was funny as fuck how they played that shit off.
Hey,
and had the black news anchor tell the motherfucking story.
Yeah. Hey James, can you do this story? It'll look good for you.
Man, what? That's exactly how they pulled that shit off.
Yeah, they did. They called old J Rock up to do the story.
Bruh, you wildin', bruh. Yeah, you wildin', bruh.
Hey, J-Bone, will you talk about the race baiting story tonight? Yeah. Get everybody mad and shit. But see, that's ended now because now it's donut shop talk. And if you ain't got the donut shop, you know what I'm saying?
They ain't fucking with you.
Yeah, man. So.
Well, take that ass to the donut shop. I'll take you to donut shop. I'll let you lick the frosting. Oh, can't take that. But anyway,
I don't know about licking no goddamn frosting off of donuts. Oh, well, that's the vets. I don't know. I'm about to get your show fucked up.
Chill. Chill. Since you said that, chill. So you were trying to mention this on a recent show, so I'm gonna make you say it now. So who are your top 10?
My top 10. I gotta look at my phone and actually get my top 10 out. Because I know them. I can say this though. I can start off by telling you that I got Rakim as my number one MC of all time. Because of Rakim. For Rakim, we wouldn't even be talking about like top. I mean, I don't know. I think they would be talking about top MCs, but I got Rakim as number one because commercially, like he's put the stamp down. I'm still looking for it. Here they go, right here.
No, you good.
Okay. Rakim is that guy. Like, he's my number one all time. Just check his background. He was the number one when we started this conversation.
Right.
Like when we first started this conversation and made this shit like official, like in the 90s when we was coming up with who's the real top 10. Rakim was like number one. And then they started having new niggas and new shit going on. So I got Rakim number one. LL Cool J number two. Because he did a 20-year run, over a 20-year run, because he's still going. He's still fucking going.
Right. Okay.
Like basically. I got Jay-Z at number 3. I got Nas at number 4. Yeah. I got Pac at number 5.
Okay.
Because I
reasonable.
mean,
Okay.
He died at 25 years old. I mean, Nas and Jay-Z's in their 50s and they're still recording tracks.
Right. That makes sense.
I mean, come on, man. And DMX at number 6. I got Cool G Rap at number 7 because he's the father of gangster rap. So you don't get any gangster rap without this guy for real.
Okay.
Lil Wayne at number 8. Because he showed this new generation, he led this new generation on his back. He gave everybody swag. He everybody's influence. It's like he had 1 billion babies after he came out. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I got Kendrick Lamar at number 9, which is Kendrick is almost at GOAT status. Nobody talent wise, he's out talented everybody in the past 20 years, 20, 30 years. He's out talented anybody. And number 10, Drake. Because Drake has taken music to its fullest potential so far. You know what I'm saying? And it's people who I didn't have on the list like Big Pun, which Big Pun is, God, like, I mean, he's up there. He's up there with Jay-Z and Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to that, He's definitely a better lyricist than most rappers we've ever heard. But he died so young to where I can't throw him that high up in the game because we don't.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we don't have much music from him. That's just like why I didn't put Biggie in it.
Yeah.
You notice Biggie wasn't in it. Biggie don't have that much material to last this long. It's 2022. I'm not about to just do no bias ass shit. So that's why that top 10 is like that. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why I didn't have certain people up there, like Scarface. He would have been up there, but you know, who can you move out of the way? You know what I'm saying? Like, who can you move out of the way that was influential on the hip hop culture? Like, without that person, hip hop would not be hip hop. And if you take these 10 rappers away from hip hop, then you got an entirely different thing going on. You know what I'm saying? These are the most influential, you know, since 1990, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's gonna shift a little bit. So tell me one of your most wildest experiences.
One of my most wildest experiences in the music business.
Just overall.
Oh shit. Well,
you can tell me whatever you want to tell me.
I don't know, like, you know, when I started doing music, those were the wild days. Those was when I seen the most shit. I was with a Hard Time Records and would be on the road or whatever like that, and I just see like all kinds of stuff. Like I've been in clubs with shootouts. You know, I've been on tour buses where like shit, all kinds of shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Everything from fights to drugs to
we seen it all.
You name it. So like a wild experience, I can't really put my finger on one of them. But I tell you what, one of my first experiences, the wildest experience. Okay, what I did when I first started in the music industry, I was talking to this guy and he was like, yo, come get signed. You know, so it was during the hurricane. I was like 14, 15 years old. One of them, I don't remember. But I was going to sign my very first contract. And mind you, we were supposed to get our parents to sign it, but you know, we signed the shit ourselves. But it was during the hurricane. It was like the hurricane was like a day away, Category 3 storm. So what we did was we had to walk around 8 miles to the studio. Yeah. Damn near walk. You know, so yeah. So what we did was we walked to Walmart. We walked halfway and that was to Walmart. We got to Walmart and we stole a video game, like a PlayStation. Had the police at our ass. Man, you wild, bro. Yes, you wild. Yes. Took the contract, signed the motherfuckers, had us a little record deal, and then after that, we had to deal with throwing the PlayStation in the woods. And motherfuckers, check it. Y'all motherfuckers threw that shit in the woods. Check it out. We threw the PlayStation in the woods because we seen the cops was coming to search us, right? So we're like, fuck. We got the PlayStation. Did y'all even get to throw that shit far? No, we didn't throw it far. But the sad thing was, okay, we done went through all this. I don't know why we stole the PlayStation before walking, but we had to stop somewhere. So we stopped by Walmart and just stole the fucking PlayStation. Got to the studio, got the contracts, came back with the contracts, and as soon as we got back, the police was at our ass getting ready to get us. So we tossed it in the woods. The next door neighbor was sitting there watching it, watching us do the whole thing, which he was about a year or two older than us. So while the cops fucking with us and we getting out the situation, he took the PlayStation and sold it. Man, that's some fuck nigga shit, bro. Hey, man. That sound wild, bro. That's wild. Man, you talking about a bitch ass motherfucker? Like, nigga. That's why I said that's motherfucking wild. Like, you sneaky, you twirling, bro. Why he sat there and watched us through? Man, you bitch ass nigga, for real, bro.
Man,
For real.
all right, he in timeout.
Okay, that was a mild story. Another story is like how shit was in the unprofessional days when we was just starting up as a record company. I'm doing a teen summit. It's 5,000-6,000 people outside. Well, in the building, it's a sea of people. It's loud shit going on, big stage, lights and shit.
Damn.
We get up on the stage and they're calling out the names. And, mind you, this is, we're a fairly new fucking record company.
Yeah, right.
And, we got a hype man. Hype man on blow like a motherfucker. Like he probably snorted cocaine.
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm saying it. Like he snorted, he was like fucking geeked at everything. So like,
goddamn.
So we get on stage. He's so fucking geeked. He just start calling us by our real names.
Man,
like,
fuck, man.
Yeah.
Man, who let this motherfucker on the stage, bro?
Yeah. So he
God damn. Yo, I know you felt it. I know y'all felt in Paris.
Shout out to my nigga Jamie. And I'm like, what?
Man, what? I know y'all was so goddamn embarrassed. Y'all had to be.
What are we doing?
Oh my God. Man, I would have booed that nigga off the stage.
My motherfucking nigga Jamie.
You get some fuck shit by doing that, though. Like, that's some fuck shit.
Shout out to my motherfucking nigga Jamie.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Yes,
dude.
So it's like shit like that, and you get moments. So like the Wildest, I can't really name the Wildest, but I can name some stories. Like shit that.
Man, you must have been through some shit, man. That shit was wild. Man, ain't nobody boo that nigga off the stage, dude.
No, it was not. He's our hype man. It's a hype man.
The hype man fine, bro.
It's like that hype man would almost get in a fight with you. Your verse coming up and you don't have a mic. He ain't letting his fucking mic go. You're like, yo, son, like, you don't have a verse, bro. Like, my verse is getting ready to come up. Like, give me your motherfucking mic, dude. Nah.
Yo, that's
bro. He was gonna hype that bitch up. You just got to scream loud as you can.
Man, I would have snatched that shit out that motherfucking hand, bro.
He was geek with a fucking Uzi. He had a fucking Uzi on him. He walked around with an Uzi on him.
Yo, who let this?
Hey, what if your hype man walked around with fucking cocaine and AK-47s, a Uzi on his fucking
I'm
belt,
out of there, bro. What
strap.
Yo, that's wild.
Yeah, I had some real niggas around me when I started out in music. I mean, some real fucking deal
bro.
motherfuckers. Like they was not. This shit wasn't the music business. It was like niggas trying to transition. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's fucking crazy, dude. Yo, that's fucking dope. I get that. That's hilarious. So, how do you feel about people? Not just people. How do you feel about the word legend being thrown around when it comes to music?
I don't know if it's thrown around or not. I think if somebody see you as a legend, that's what the fuck it is. A legend is pretty much a somebody story worthy, or like somebody who done a little thing, and you take their career of what they've done and you put it in a legend, in a story form. Like you can see them as a person who had a legacy, they left a legacy, something like that. So like if it's a short period of time, that's cool. I mean, we have high school legends. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you threw 4 touchdowns every game in high school and you are a senior now. So we call you a legend. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you ain't nothing but 17, 18 years old. How the fuck you a legend? Well, you did some legendary shit at the school that will always be remembered. So like, I don't think it's really a big time on it. And I don't think people are really throwing it around. I think it's just more media out here and we could be like just overjudging it. We probably need to give people their flowers more. It's not traditional that we give people their props at what they're doing.
Right.
You know, I don't think you have to be like in the game for fucking doing something for like 20, 30 years for you to be a legend. I think you just have to do something memorable. Right. And that story becomes a legend and you become a legend in that story. You know?
That's definitely agreeable. That's definitely agreeable. Yeah, I feel a lot of people are not being recognized for their work and the things that they put in. You know, and I feel like that needs to be done more.
Yeah, they didn't put Game in the top 50 rappers of all time. I think it's hilarious that he's mad.
Man, I was just about to mention that. Yes. Yeah, that shit.
That's what came to mind.
That shit. Yeah. I mean, subjective, like you said.
I think that's what just came to mind because I'm like, dude, like he's mad about it, but shit, man, people they see like you just said, it's subjective. Like people see legends. Like I might see a motherfucker as a legend.
Everybody gets. My thing is, when you sit there and get the honest truth on somebody, when you ask somebody their opinion, you can't get mad at somebody else's opinion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, motherfuckers is getting mad at others' opinion, but why'd you ask? You ain't want the cold-blooded truth. Don't ask.
Yeah, that's what we're doing though. Like that's what's starting to happen. Like people say, "What's the truth?" They want you to say their truth, and he's like, "Nah, man, I just told you my truth, my opinion." And we don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, they can't accept somebody else's opinion or somebody else's truth about a matter. And
they want them to tell them what they want to hear.
Yeah, and it's just their perspective. I mean, they can't do nothing about the way they look at things. You know what I mean? That's what makes us unique. That's what makes us different. So I just think it's funny that I laugh at people who get mad about non-supportive shit. Like when people say, you know, especially somebody like Game or somebody like that, when you're on that big of a platform or you've got that big in life, then you should have learned at some point in time, this can all be here today. It can be taken away tomorrow. You should have learned all the small stuff. So like little shit like that shouldn't even make you mad that you're not on the top 50 list. Like, how do you feel as an individual? How do you think your fans feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. Like on my top 10 list, my top 10 is not the law. It's my top 10 and I'm going to stand on it and I'm going to justify it every time it comes up. I'm going to stand on it. So like Game ain't in my top 10. You're going to get mad at that? You know, so like, it's like, it don't matter because I know he's a dope motherfucker. It's just so many dope motherfuckers to where like, don't be mad if you're not the number one nigga. Like, it don't matter. Like, is that paying your power bill?
Right. It's not.
Ah, man, shit ain't doing nothing for you.
Yeah, but they don't think of it that way. They definitely don't. Motherfuckers definitely don't think about it that way. So, what do you define loyalty as? What is loyal? What is loyalty to you?
Loyalty is when a person can sort of like put aside their personal, I don't know. I mean, that's subjective. Loyalty is when you just can be honest with another person.
But I asked you your opinion. Remember that.
Okay, my opinion, exactly. Like, yeah, because I was trying to think of, loyalty is just like when you can be honest with another person. And I think loyalty only can come when you're honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have any self-esteem issues, you're prone to be loyal. You know what I'm saying? But like loyalty is easy. It's very easy. You pay to be unloyal. You're definitely every time, all the time, is gonna pay to be unloyal. Loyalty is just when you are faithful to the next person in y'all relationship and what y'all got going on. You know, and that's subjective because some people require different things. I might require a friend to, you know what I'm saying, always speak positive and be happy. You know what I'm saying? Some people might require their friends to be negative. So if they come around happy, they don't feel like they're vibing. You know what I'm saying? So like loyalty is almost like being able to vibe with the next person. It's almost like a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to relationships, you know, it's like being able to get on the same frequency with another entity, another person, whatever it is, and to stay that same way.
Right.
And loyalty is something that has to be taught. You can't just have it. You're not just born loyal. You just not. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like people aren't just born loyal. That's something that has to be taught or practiced over a period of time, and it's got to be desired.
Right.
But yeah, it's becoming somebody's best friend in an aspect. I mean, it's a lot of different terms I can use to like support it, but loyalty is just being faithful to another person or another thing or whatever the fuck it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I actually do agree with that. So tell me, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Where I see myself in the next 5 years, I see myself in a big spaceship taking over the earth. I'm gonna have dream niggas and alien niggas. They both gonna have they're gonna form a government. So like the alien niggas, that's for when niggas is woke. And I'm gonna make them do what I want to do. Everybody gonna eat out of cafeteria because I'm gonna save on the food on the planet. Because I'm gonna take this bitch over. And then when you go to sleep, I'm gonna have the dream niggas. We're gonna have we're gonna start adding more people in people's dreams. Like people usually have about maybe 3 or 4 people in their dreams, dream actors. So like I'm gonna throw in some more. You're gonna have like 50 people in your dreams of all races, all genres of types of people and stuff. I'm gonna start putting transvestites in dreams because you never dreamed of a transvestite. You never had a dream and actually had a transvestite in the dream. You know what I'm saying? Like you have it. So we're gonna start putting transvestites in dreams. We're gonna start putting gender unbiased, like it's not going to be a men and women's bathroom in your dreams no more. It's going to be other bathroom. We're going to put that in dreams. And we're going to start making people eat like assembly food out of cafeterias. I'm going to shut down Monsanto and I don't know what I'm going to feed y'all, but I'm going to feed the whole world all kinds of stuff during my takeover. But I'm still thinking about that. And that's in 5 years. Yeah.
I like that. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Okay, so what do you think about time? Do you think your time should be valued? I mean, there's a lot of people who have been wasting my motherfucking time.
Yes.
So
I think the time wasting thing, I think it's a part of the game that we must experience as DJs, as artists, whatever. People will waste your time, but I think that only sharpens you as an artist. I think you start to really see, and like you start to really see the people like who to look out for, who to know who's serious, how to know who's serious, and how to know on the people just to pass. You know what I'm saying? Because like you might have a talented motherfucker that you like. But then this motherfucker over here that works harder, I'd rather deal with them because they're gonna work. They're not gonna become a diva on me or let some personal issue stop them from doing what we said we was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So like it strengthens it sharpens our sword. And I think people will waste your time unless you set a boundary and standards. You know what I'm saying? My best thing is like I cut people off, not forever, just for a period of time because I'm on a system to where I keep going forward. You know what I mean? Just say if I got a feature on a song and they didn't show up for the studio session, then I already got somebody else that's going to come in on the studio session and do the same verse, the same thing I asked that person to do. They just cancel. Okay, I'm still doing a song. I'm not going to like wait 2 weeks and do the song. What I'm going to do is throw him on the beat. And then like, when your time come back around, when I ain't got shit else to do, then I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But like probably until I'm done doing what I'm doing, like I'm on a system the way I keep going forward. Even with my radio show, I schedule guys, and when they cancel, I don't really stop doing it. I just put somebody else in that slot and just do my show. And if I talk to him again, I talk to him again. If I don't, it's no hard feelings. It's just, man, I'm on to the next subject because sponsors and my audience don't have time for you to not be doing what you said you was gonna do. So I think it's almost inevitable for people to waste your time. It's how you deal with it. It's like, are you gonna let people just waste your time like that? Because if you are, more people are gonna waste your time. If you put yourself on a system to keep going forward, it'll never affect your brand. It'll never affect you, and it'll help you filter the bullshit out faster. So like some situations, you'll know people who look like the last person who wastes your time. You identify that and you just skip that whole problem and just go to the next person. It's just shit that you learn over a period of time. But yeah, people, they attempt to waste my time, but I got 2 or 3 of whatever I need.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I had recently seen the new intro, right?
Oh yeah.
So talk to me, what inspired that intro?
A bunch of clips. What I do is I always do like just clips, like like it's the Metal Monkey. And it's a story behind the Metal Monkey, a long story. And that's in my bio or whatever like that. So what I do from time to time is clips of different eras in my life, different things I've thought of or whatever like that. So I put all of those together. And the lyrics come from a song from my mixtape. And
I want to know what inspired those lyrics.
Well, we live in a world, we behave like, we live in a world like almost like animals or whatever like that. So the things that I put in the song and in the pictures is basically like, come on with me, like we'll talk about this world, we'll talk about this earth, we'll talk about why are we like animals in a cage, whatever like that. You look at astrology, we're all animals, and where we at? We're in we're on this big circle, like whatever your astrology chart looks like some of them are circles, some of them are graphs or whatever, but they're all in the cage. And all of the things in astrology, they're like creatures, like animals, like I'm a scorpion, whatever like that. I'm not saying that's an animal, we call it an insect or whatever it really is classified, but we're all in a cage. We're all in a box. Everybody. We're trapped by our own thoughts and our feelings, and and that's what I just put together as a little video. It really wasn't much thought into it, because like, when you create, and you're just creating for the moment. So that was just a moment, you know what I'm saying? And the video came because it's a bunch of moments, what I'm saying, just put together over that. So it's really wasn't that really that much to it. I said what I said. And I wish everybody would just go to it and kind of like dissect it for themselves, you know what I mean, and get your own perspective and get your own subjective thoughts,
I believe it deserved an explanation. I believe it deserved an explanation. I think it's dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I believe it deserved an explanation.
Yeah, I mean, and when you get those lyrics, I literally said exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We behave like animals in the cage, mainstream media, NRA, FDA, and USA.
It's
But
those lyrics when I was hearing them, it's literally what's going on in the world right now.
yeah,
And what's been
yeah,
going on.
yeah. And it's basically talking about, yo, this is the media, this is life, this is
Exactly.
all of everything that you can see with your eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With your lying eyes, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, because all of our eyes lie to us, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
everything we see is a damn lie. It's just what we perceive. You know?
Right. Right. So you want to shout out your projects?
Yeah, man. I got a mixtape coming. I don't have a title for it, but I want you guys to go to djmetalmonkey.info and check out all of the latest updates, and you will get a name for the project. But also go back to I want everybody to check out Cocaine Mummies 1 and 2. Go to Dat Piff, man, and get that. That's the only place you can get Cocaine Mummies 1 and 2. In the future, I will have a dark screen version of Cocaine Mummies 1 and 2 and my current mixtape. I'm just going through some.
We'll be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a dark screen to where when you want to vibe with your friends and stuff and just have YouTube on, because it's gonna be on YouTube and Daily Motion. Right. But you want to vibe to the album and just have a dark screen on, you know, no video, no nothing. I'm gonna have it on there, and you're gonna be able to just stream it and play it. You know what I'm saying, and chill with your friends. You know what I'm saying, like. And then I'm gonna probably have not probably, but I'm gonna have a trippy version coming out for like if you're eating mushrooms or whatever like that, you on your trip shit, you're gonna be able to trip and play my album at the same time. So that's what I'm going for instead of traditional music videos and stuff like that. Okay. I want people to be able to chill, listen, and enjoy.
Yep. That's what's up. That's dope.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. It's always a pleasure. It's always a fucking pleasure. You already know it. So you got any shout outs?
Shout out to the Honorable DJ Madam Monkey. That's it, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's the motherfucker. Shout out to DJ Metal Monkey, because that motherfucker wake up and put in the work to be DJ Metal Monkey every fucking day. Now, outside of that, I don't know who to goddamn shout out. Shout out to my mama and my daddy for putting me here. Outside of that, man, shit, I gotta keep me going every day. So shout out to me, man. Much love to me. I love me. Thank me for coming on this show today. I'm proud to be me.
I love that, man. I fucking love that. Well, this your girl Riot X, and I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. I got some weed right there, and it's looking at me. So you know what I'm saying? It's giving me, you know, it's giving me that. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You will be on the show.
Every day? Okay, all right. I'll do that. Let's do it. You gonna come back on my show too, man. Like, you're gonna be a part of this goddamn show. But thank you so much for letting me come on your show. I had a good time. It was pretty fun. I'm ready to smoke and play some retro games. So shout out to Riot X, everybody, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, man. Well, it's your girl Riot X, and we out this bitch. Always.
Cause we behave like animals in a cage. Mainstream media, NRA, FDA, plus the USA. They cast spells on the home of the brave. 3 Larry Hoover for minimum wage. And I can't vote for the games we play. And I can't vouch for a better place. At a rat race pace, ain't no time to pray. Cause the spelling bee spelling out the life we made. Cherish the moment of a wonderful place. Cause the bar ain't worried about mistakes today. Cutting the grass ain't keeping them snakes away. Only me and you can, we the people. Only me and you can, we the people. Only me and you can, we the people.